morning. It is Tuesday at 9:15, and I actually have my first meeting today at 9:30. This is actually a meeting with someone who works at a very reputable company. I have an opportunity to be a speaker for Black History Month, talking about mental health at a company, and I am super excited, super nervous, but today in our meeting, we're just going to plan out kind of what they would like for me to go over. And I'm telling y'all, if you would like to make extra income as a therapist, speaking is where the money is at. And again, you get to speak to a larger audience. I think this audience is going to be between 100 to 250 people, accountants, lawyers, all that kind of stuff. And so it's nerve-wracking, but I'm excited to be able to provide vital information. So I have about a month to prepare, and I'm going to again have this meeting at 9:30, see what it is that they would like for me to focus in on, and then obviously I give my input as well. And then next month I'll be presenting, so hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys along that journey as well. Outside of that, for the 15 minutes before the meeting, I'm going to just write in my agenda all the tasks that I need to get done today. And then I have a coaching call that I have at 12, and I also have to prep for my client sessions today. I have 4 sessions today, so one of my restrictions that I would like to put in place, or boundaries I would like to put in place, is not seeing more than 4 clients a day, and that way I can get my case notes done, all my case notes done that same day, and I can also still be there for my intern and still be present for my other therapist and still do other tasks that I need to continue to do as someone who's running a group practice, because there's just like a lot of responsibilities. So we'll see how well that goes. I'm trying to still structure it because, again, sometimes people have late cancellations, not late cancellations, sometimes people have to reschedule or they have to cancel an appointment. So like, let's say I only have 4 appointments scheduled that day, and then I block out the rest of my calendar. That means I'm only seeing 3 people for that day. So I have to figure out, do I book in 5 people and take a chance that someone might cancel, or do I just book in 4, because a lot of my clients don't necessarily cancel or reschedule. It's not like something that happens frequently. But we never know with the climate changing and all that kind of stuff. So that's something that I have to figure out. But let me go ahead and plan, and then I will join in. Hopefully I'll get a bit of the meeting, and then I will come back once I start prepping for my sessions. So I realized that my appointment is actually at 10:30, not 9:30. So I decided to take the time and upload my intern's Psychology Today profile. And something that I did to make it so much easier and smoother for myself, I gave her a template on how to write a Psychology Today profile. She filled in the information, and then I went over edits, and then I am now creating her Psychology Today profile. The reason why I'm creating it is because my admin assistant doesn't know how to do one yet, so I'm literally just walking through the process on how to complete it so that she knows how to do it. And then she will be able to the admin assistant will be able to create the profiles for the other therapists on the team moving forward. So I'm so happy that I'm like streamlining things and like just getting things off my plate that I don't necessarily have to do. But yeah, that's the way that I make it easier. I provide a template that I think is like a good structure based on my basic knowledge of marketing and kind of what draws people in. And then now that I have all that information, I have my intern's registration, insurance information, all that kind of stuff on file. So I get that before she's onboarded. So again, I can get everything set up. So she'll be ready to go to accept clients starting next week. And yeah, we're good to go. I think that's a huge thing to talk about, especially like because at the end of the day, we have to show up at work, for example. A whole life event could happen and we still have to show up at work and like act as if nothing happened, especially because not everyone may be aware of, again, certain things that might happen specifically to the Black community or just in general. Like George Floyd's situation, for example. a lot of people I know when I was working for another company, that stuff was like not even brought up. And I remember how hard that was for me, and everyone is just here like laughing and talking, and it's just kind of like, okay, like complete disregard for our lived experience. I have my oatmeal here, and I actually use my almond milk that I made myself last night. I added banana, kiwi, and some granola. Definitely a late breakfast, but I'm going to eat this while I sit in on my coaching call. Unfortunately, I won't be able to record my coaching call or have you hear the audio due to like copyright, or there's just restrictions within this coaching call. I had to sign a contract when joining the group, so I am not trying to get sued out here. So I'm just gonna eat, listen in on the coaching call, and then I have back-to-back sessions for the day. But I did prep. Unfortunately, I didn't get on camera. A type of therapy that I also do is schema therapy. And so we have a whole bunch of different schemas that we might present with based on like learned behavior or upbringing. And so I'm kind of going to be educating one of my clients on specific schemas that they rated highly on because it is a reoccurring thing that shows up for this person. And we're going to work through how to support them with no longer having this schema affect their life the way that it is, so that they can have an improved sense of living. So I'm excited for that. I'm enjoying my group coaching call, and then I'll check in with y'all later. I think that this whole day is going to be in this one spot, but I just finished a couple sessions and my case notes, and I have a bit of a break before my next 2 clients for the day. And I feel a bit more calm now that I had my first couple of sessions. I feel like I always get a bit anxious going back into therapy after a vacation, and I don't know why. I don't know. But great sessions. Nice to see my clients again. And one thing I actually wanted to discuss was how great it was for me while I was off for the 2 weeks. I still had one of the therapists that I hired in the middle of December. She started right away, and she was able to see clients while I was on vacation. And of course, there's a payout that goes to her for doing the work that she does, but also there's a payout that comes to my company for being like the person that does everything to get her the clients. And so it just really felt so good to be able to be off and the company still be bringing in money, and also for people to still be able to be supported without me necessarily having to be the person to support them, because again, only myself as one person can only help so many people. So I don't know, it just feels so good. And it's like, I remember I was so excited. I was like, yo, babe, like the company's currently making money right now, and I'm just kind of sitting here and relaxing. And people are still being helped. And I'm sitting here and relaxing. Obviously, there's been hours, sweat, all that kind of stuff. There hasn't been actually any tears. I think I get really excited when it comes to business. But it's just been a lot of like hard work that got me to this point of being able to build my business to where it's at, and knowledge. And then, of course, there's still more work to do as we continue to grow. But I just really want to share that experience with you that, again, there are more ways to create either passive income, which I would consider this to be passive income at a point because I've already set up the things in place for that income to be passive with other therapists being on board. And it just feels good. So now that I know when I'm off on vacation as well, moving forward, there will be other therapists that are still working, and I won't have to worry, which I don't necessarily worry about this, but I don't necessarily have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm not making money this week. I have to make sure that I'm back next week, for example. So I can still like have a living for myself. And again, the icing on the cake, I think, is the fact that still way more people are being helped, given that I have more people on the team than just myself, and people that I may not be able to help. So again, I don't work with certain areas of treatment, and this therapist that I hired does. And she feels really comfortable working with things such as like grief, whereas like grief and me, I don't know how to communicate when it comes to grief. I know my strengths and I stick with my strengths, and she's been able to come in and support in areas that I may not be as strong in. And I've also hired a person that isn't as strong in areas like myself as well. So it's just interesting, but I feel like I have so much to tell you all, and I will do it across my videos. I feel like moving forward as well, my videos might be a bit more of me just kind of speaking at you, because I feel like I want to limit the amount of access I give to just like my personal life and what I'm doing. And I don't know if that's because as I'm getting older, I'm just like, yeah, I prefer a bit of that privacy. But I still feel like this information is important for other people to see what it's like to be a therapist. Also, a therapist that's growing a practice. Again, I love the business aspect of things as well. And so I think coming from that perspective could be very helpful. And based on your guys' feedback in the comments, it has been. So I'm going to continue doing it at a pace that works for me, given all the extra work that's on my caseload. And yeah, so comment below and let me know what system or the process that you use to ensure that you stay on track for your case notes. Because I feel like we all say, yeah, like we're gonna stay on top of our case notes, new year, you know, we're not gonna fall behind or whatever. Which can be challenging sometimes, especially if like we overwork ourselves. But again, 2023, we are not doing that. We are not getting to burnout. So comment below and let me know, like, when do you write your case notes so that you ensure that you stay on top of it, or is it hard for you to stay on top of it, and what's the reason why? For me, the new system that I've done is I've created blocks in between two of my sessions so that I have time to do those two case notes before going into my next session. So that's what I'm trying this time around. And again, I have a template, which I said before has really helped to make things way easier for me in terms of being able to write my own case notes. But I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to chill out for a bit, grab lunch, and then hop into my next couple of sessions, as I've already prepped for those sessions. I already know what we're going in speaking about. And yeah, so I will see y'all later. I actually thought, now that I have some downtime, to get something out of the way, I have to write a bio for I'm doing actually 2 speaking engagements in the month of February. So I have to write a bio to send to the companies and send them an updated photo. I honestly wish I recorded when I did the photo shoot. I actually had my older brother help me with my photo shoot, but I'm gonna do like a real professional one in the upcoming months. Once I get my hair braided, I'm gonna schedule something out, and then I will take you along to that professional photo shoot. But I got some photos done, a professional photo, which I can use for everything for now, and I'm gonna be writing my bio to highlight, I guess, just who I am and the services that I offer, and then of course throw in my group practice, so that people are aware, hey, we offer these services. And you can also look at the rest of my team if you want therapists to be able to support you in whatever it is you're going through. So this feels so good. All right, y'all, it is the following day, and yes, I am in the same sweater. I had back-to-back sessions last night, and then I had to meet with my intern right after. We were practicing, doing some role play with consults. I was giving her feedback. I was modeling how to do certain things, and I've decided that I'm gonna get her to test out more consults with people other than myself, so we can get feedback from multiple people on kind of how they felt during the consult. So that was pretty much how my night ended, and I caught myself wanting to continue working past 8. I actually saw her until 8:30, and I know I said I was supposed to close my computer at 8, but she works in the evenings, and I already had my schedule booked until 7:30, so I had no choice. But I caught myself after 8:30 still wanting to work. I was like, instead of watching TV or like chilling, I'd rather work. And so one thing that has worked for me in the past when I really just need to take a step back was to go on drives with my husband. So we actually didn't end up doing that last night because my husband started feeling a bit sick. So we did end up chilling and watching Kaleidoscope, which is a heist show. If you haven't checked it out on Netflix, it's pretty good. But yeah, I found the urge of wanting to just continue working, and I had to remind myself, hey, Charnel, this is important for you to stick to the boundaries that you put in place for yourself because you want to avoid burnout. And when you're able to be calm and like give yourself energy and take a step back, you are going to be stronger and be able to last longer in this long-term game. So kind of just have to coach myself through these things sometimes instead of kind of pushing myself through. So yeah, I thought that I would just wrap up the vlog here because I feel like these 2 days have been kind of a lengthy vlog. And then I hope you guys really enjoyed this vlog today, seeing my face again. I look forward to your comments below. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Bye!